YouTube, Darlington Farm here, getting ready to change out the blade in my Makita chop saw here, and realize I have had this guy for 3 years now. It's pretty crazy. I thought I would go ahead and do a blade, show you how to change the blade on it, and do a review on this guy here. So I'm going to get to changing the blade here. Go ahead and unplug it here, at least I chop my fingers off, and show you how to change the blade. A little tool is included. There's a little cubby over here where the blade changing tool here hangs out. You just unscrew this guy until you can slide the blade guard up out of the way. Pretty simple. And there is a little stop on this side here that locks the blades. You just rotate this until you hit it to where it locks, and then just unscrew the blade. Now, I have had this guy, like I said, for 3 years. I have had 0 problems with it. It has just been a tremendously useful tool. The only downside I will say to this guy, there's the blade. I kind of just stuck with using these Makita blades. They work, they last pretty well. They're kind of expensive. These guys are like $100 a piece. So yeah, they are not the cheapest. If you get them on Amazon, yeah, they're right at $100. I've seen them locally for a lot more than that. Like my one of my local welding supply places, I think these were like $140. Amazon is the way to go. Where's the part number on these guys here? These are the 60-tooth ones, right there. A90532. And I know there are aftermarket companies that make these. I've had really good luck with these Makita ones. They have lasted a remarkably long time. This particular one in there lasted me like 6 months. So basically the jobs I did last year all used the same blade, and I cut a hell of a lot of 1 1/4 schedule 40 pipe. I'm talking lots and lots of that stuff. I don't know how many cuts I ended up making, but it was a hell of a lot, you know, in the thousands off that guy. So basically, yeah, you just flip it up here, slide it in there, boom, little washer here, just thread the nut back on there, or in there rather. See if I can do this. There we go. What I like about this is it comes with the tool, and if you don't lose it, yeah, basically everything is in there, so you don't have to worry about carrying anything extra on your truck. Now this thing is cast aluminum. I know some of them have like a metal, like a steel base. This is cast aluminum, so it's a little lighter, which is nice, because this guy has spent a lot of time riding around in my rigid job box over there, or strapped on the back of my welding truck. And it has held up and not given me any problems at all. Yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I wish it were a little lighter, because it is pretty damn heavy. Like the blade, or the whole arm here locks down with a little chain, just like every other, you know, every other chop saw out there. But yeah, this guy is heavy, but it works. It collects chips nicely. You know, unlike a abrasive saw, it doesn't spray shit everywhere. It just collects the chips in this little guy here. You dump them in the trash, or you know, you can recycle them. Basically, it is a damn good tool. Again, this is the Makita LC1230. Just an awesome saw. I cannot recommend it enough. It's been a really good tool over the years. I've had a couple of abrasive saws, and I will never go back to those things. This gives you a really nice, straight, clean cut every time. The bevel gauge on here actually works pretty well. Like, and it comes marked over here, and it is actually pretty accurate. I mean, again, it's not super precise, but the lock on it works really well. Here's the lock, and it stays put. Only thing I will say, if you are used to an abrasive saw and you go to this thing is a little grabby, so you can't put little parts and pieces in there and not have it grab them and chuck them out the back of the saw at some pretty impressive velocities. So you got to be a little careful with it. I will say also with cutting pipe, you really need to make sure it is clamped in there, otherwise it can again grab it and kind of throw stuff. So, you know, a little bit extra caution when you're cutting smaller things. I will say stainless steel, they do make a stainless blade for this, but do not use the normal 60-tooth blade for stainless steel because it will destroy the blades, as I found out. And when you're looking at $100 a piece for these blades, that kind of hurts when, you know, you're doing some little piddly job that you might make $100 off of and you destroy a $100 blade. So yeah, no stainless with these 60-tooth ones. I think they have an 80-tooth that is meant for stainless, but great saw, really like it. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a chop saw. It has done extremely well. I've not had any problems with it, and it has cut a hell of a lot of pipe. So, oh, and it's also been rained on 2 or 3 times too. I do a lot of on-site work. I had a couple jobs where, you know, you're pushing the weather to try and get done and get the hell out of Dodge, and this thing got absolutely soaked. I was working in and out of a building along with my Multimatic 200 there, just drenched. I'm talking dripping wet. Still works, still not giving me any problems. That was 6 months ago, so great saw. The only other thing I will say, it is pretty loud. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here and let you hear it. It is loud. I wish that it was a little quieter, and it sounds like it's the bearings in it, but it's been like that since I got it. So here's what the saw sounds like. Takes a minute to spool down as well. It'd be kind of nice if they put like a brake on it, but I mean, these are just minor things. You know, most of the time when I'm out working, I just pop in earplugs and don't even think about it. But great saw, just, you know, a couple of minor things there. It could be a little lighter, which would be nice, and it tends to, like that's not this saw in particular, but just the non-abrasive ones tend to, you know, grab stuff and throw it. But I mean, you get, like, I built a couple of staircases and, you know, probably 300 or 400 feet worth of handrail, worth of, you know, 7-tube handrail off of this single blade, and that was a lot of cuts. So anyway, great tool, absolutely love it. I don't know, you might be able to get these resharpened, but I don't know, anybody out there knows, you might leave a comment below if you can get these resharpened. Anyway, I'm Darlington Farm. I've rambled on enough here. I'm going to try and get some more content up here before too long, and thank you for watching. Please check back to the channel here. I should have some more videos up soon.